Howdy out there, everyone. Today we're going to do a quick guerrilla review of Furiosa, Mad Max Saga, the new 4K Blu-ray Steelbook that I pre-ordered through Groove. I just picked it up in the mail, and let me just tell you, this is a terrific piece of cinema, arguably George Miller's finest film. It's what's remarkable about it is just how deep his world building goes with this film, and I think that's largely a credit to his command of the craft, quite frankly, his command of storytelling, and just from a technical standpoint, I would argue that he's right up there with James Cameron in terms of his ability to visualize these incredible worlds. So as a film, I cannot recommend it enough, and it was just criminally underseen when it was released in theaters in May. I feel like this is a movie that just demands to be seen if you are a fan of film, and in particular a fan of George Miller's, or even just the genre itself. So now I can happily say that the PQ and AQ are terrific. I made a point of seeing this film rather in IMAX a second time. I saw it initially in a regular theater, and then a second time in IMAX, and I'm so glad that I did. But even still, it looks and sounds terrific on my home system, and you know, it's just such a treat to watch. I think this is a movie that will benefit with subsequent viewings. It's just so crazy how detailed it is, and to that point, I want to give a huge shout out to the supplemental materials in this, which are actually quite good for an initial release. Usually these, you know, electronic press kit interviews and so forth are often very sort of just generic and don't offer a great deal of detail, but this is certainly not the case with the supplements that are in this release. It's very interesting. It goes into just how almost savant-like George Miller is in terms of a filmmaker, and I think just really helps build out all of the world and the effort that went into creating it. So again, my highest marks for this film. It's easily, in my opinion, the best film of 2024, and I think it's certainly the best film George Miller's made, in my opinion. I would put this film right above Road Warrior, and then Fury Road behind it. And I would argue too that if you are a fan of Fury Road, what I love about this film is how seamless it integrates into Fury Road. And if you watch both films back to back, I would argue that it's some of the best cinema ever made, period. Taken as a whole, it's just it's a magnum opus by Miller, and something that just demands to be seen if you're at all a fan of the craft of cinema. So now, in terms of the Steelbook, I love this artwork here, very cool. The War Boys there on the back, and I'll just try to open up the disc itself. It's got artwork. There's the Octobus, I believe is the character's name, and then of course the 4K Blu-ray, and then the Blu-ray. And I believe there are special features on the 4K disc that are not on the Blu-ray, so you have to pick up the 4K release if you want all of the special features that are included in this release. Usually they'll reserve the Blu-ray for all of the supplemental materials, but not with this release. It's a unique sort of marketing aspect. And I just would say, please, if you want to see movies like this made, support this film, buy this disc, put it on your shelf. You will not regret it. So on that note, I do hope everyone out there as well, please stay safe, be kind, and by all means, keep watching excellent cinema. Take care.